family. It's me again, John Parker, your usual co-host, but I've been usurped. But who better to be usurped by than the wonderful Vera Drew? But you know what? No, I'm going to be back after this. I'm back in the next minute. You're going to be sick of me all over again. But yeah, I thought I would pop in once more to give just a couple of little thoughts on minute 39. Yet again, another very exciting minute. I'm missing all the good Joker stuff here. Well, there's some boss Joker stuff coming up right after this, so don't worry, I'm going to get stuck in. But yeah, here in minute 39, you know, we're back with Joker preparing Sally Boy for the ride of his life. But is this a character move here at the beginning, right? Because Joker slams the safety bar of the roller coaster car down onto Valestra, but then he just hops in the car afterwards. So the Joker isn't secure in this thing, which seems like something he would do because he doesn't care, and he might think it's funny. It doesn't seem like they've just messed up, you know, in figuring out what's going on. That seems very, very, very deliberate. The Joker's chosen to secure Valestra, but he's going to be fancy-free. He's going to be carefree. He's going to throw caution to the wind. He's the Joker. I thought that was quite an interesting little view into his psyche. A little journey into the mind of the Joker. But they zoom off on the roller coaster thing anyway. And, oh my God. Listeners, I don't know if I've brought it up on the show. I probably have. But I am terrified of roller coasters. I have not been on one ever that does a loop. Like, I've never been upside down, and I will not go upside down. I've been on roller coasters, like old school ones that don't do that. Like, I've been on the oldest one in the UK. There's no electricity on it. It works on gravity. That's how old this thing is. And that was scary enough. That was absolutely terrifying. So, no. I wouldn't go on a roller coaster. This thing isn't bad because it's just a little flat track. But it was giving me flashbacks. I was triggered. And can we get rid of all roller coasters? But that'll be my campaign platform to run for Parliament. I'll be like, I want to abolish all roller coasters. No one's allowed to have fun. If I can't have fun, you're all banned. Anything that excludes me, stop it. Stop it all. But we see the House of the Future again. And this feels like... It felt familiar. It feels like seeing familiar sights in, like, the Fallout games. You know, I absolutely love Fallout. I love the old ones. I love the reboot. I love them all. I don't care. I like the bloody... like MMO-esque one. Nobody seemed to like it. You know what? I had no problem with it. It was absolutely fine. Especially because I don't want to really have to talk to people. I like that they exist in the world, like, you know, other players. I like they exist in the world, but I don't want to have to talk to them. I don't want to have to team up with them. I don't like people. And what better game for someone who doesn't like people than a post-apocalyptic thing, you know? But yeah, it reminded me of that because, you know, it's fallen apart long ago. The robot still works, mind, which is also very Fallout, actually. The robot still works. There you go. Even more similar. When they stop, you know, Joker comes out with a line. It made me think, of course it did, of The Simpsons. You know, Joker comes out with, "Honey, I'm home." And in my head, I'm just like, what, already? And the Joker would, of course, go, yes. And I hope people know what I'm talking about, or I'm going to sound like the most ridiculous idiot, more ridiculous than I always do. But the rusty robo-dog also still works, you know, comes over to Sal as he's seemingly dying in the seat next to the Joker. Jesus, someone get him an inhaler or something. But the dog reminded me of, do you remember the Sony robot dog, the Aibo? A-I-B-O? I think it was an abbreviation. Yeah, it is. It's an abbreviation. Let me see. I've got it here. Of Artificial Intelligence Robot. It kind of works as an abbreviation. If you see it written down, they highlight the bits that they've used. It kind of makes sense. But because the Japanese love wordplay and things having double meanings and joining things together, they love wordplay. So aibo in Japanese can mean pal or partner. Like, hey, little buddy kind of thing. Hey, pal. So that's why they called it that. Now, the first prototype of the aibo came out in mid-1998, and then the first consumer model was introduced in May 1999. And then I didn't know this, right? I thought there was just the one. I thought there was that one, the famous one. No, new models were released every year until 2006. So there's quite a few models. And although most of them were dogs, there were other inspirations as well. Like, I've got a few written down here, different things. You've got, you did have like a dog. You had Jack Russell Terrier, Bull Terriers. You had Lion Cubs, Huskies, and Space Explorers. Like, there's only actually a couple that were explicitly dogs. There's the ERS 7, ERS 110, 111, and the ERS 1000. They're the only ones that are explicitly a robot dog. But the ERS 210 it also counts because it's a Jack Russell, But those other ones are the typical robotic-looking dog, whereas that looks like a real dog, well, as much as they can. And in 2006, when they stopped releasing new models every year, aibo was added to the Carnegie Mellon University Robot Hall of Fame. Yes, that exists, a Robot Hall of Fame. And the aibo, this is something I found fascinating in my research, the aibo dogs compete in the Robo Cup four-legged league, a football tournament or a soccer tournament to you, The four-legged league ran from 1999 to 2008. Holy crap. Although in the final year, a lot of the big-name universities didn't take part. They moved to a different platform, NAO platform, apparently. I don't really know what that is. I didn't look into that because I just like the aibo. It's cute. But the University of New South Wales, Australia, I believe, was the most successful team in the league. They won the finals. They made the finals 6 times, and they won 3. Pretty impressive. As impressive as it is, Joker, he mistreats that dog. I don't care if it's a robot, right? I don't care. Don't kick it. Joker, I'd come for you. I would come for you. I would take you down. Hurt humans all you like. I don't care about humans. Don't hurt animals. Nobody should ever hurt an animal. Ever. Now, in the script, instead of kicking the damn thing, instead of booting it, in the script, he just moves him off the couch. He just kind of gives him a gentle push. Much nicer. You could argue much less Joker, though. So, I can see why they changed it. This here is where he talks about the weirdos. So what do you listeners think? Is it better here? Or is it better in the way it was in the script that I talked about, previously? I kind of like it in the script better. Maybe I'm just being biased because I found that in a little bit of research. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Where does it work better as I don't want to say a gag because it's not an out-and-out belly laugh, but you know what I mean, like a little bit of fun. But then, right, he strolls over to Robo-Mom, stuck in perpetual chopping. What, meatloaf again? I had it for lunch. And let me tell you, listeners, because most of you are American, meatloaf, totally not a thing here. We do not really... I've never seen meatloaf in the UK. The only reason I've ever had meatloaf was when I lived abroad. And I was at an American school, and it was on the menu at, school lunches. I have never seen it in the UK. I'm sure it's available somewhere. I'm sure someone will do it, but it's not a thing. Personally, when I ate meat, I did enjoy it. I'm kind of surprised it's not a thing here, to be honest. I guess it's just, I don't know, we're suspicious of anything American, to be honest. It's probably something to do with that. And then also in the minute, You know, when Joker pinches Robo cheek. Oh, that sounds a bit obscene. He pinches Robo cheek. And her damn skin peels off. He pockets it too. What's he doing with her skin? That's the creepy bit. Not that the skin comes off, because, okay, she's decaying. Why does he put it in his pocket? What are you going to do, man? Are you going to taste it? I could imagine he's like, who is it in Austin Powers? Goldmember, who, like, licks the flakes of skin. Uah! Joker, you've got a weird skin thing going on. And I'm not into it, man. I'm not into it. Each to their own, though. Each to their own. Enjoy. Just maybe keep it private. I don't need to see you at least harvesting robotic flesh. No, thank you. No, thank you. But you know what I do need to see is more Bat-Minute, because 2 very exciting minutes. Here's me with a bunch of nonsense to talk about. I just wanted to be a narcissist and force you all to hear my voice. Because, you know, I'm usually the goddamn co-host, so you should listen to me. But I will be back next minute. I'll be back for minute 40. So keep watching those skies for that bat signal, because we're ready. We're ready to spring into action once more. But for now, off we go into the dark, dark night. And now I really need to sit down like Sal here. Ooh, I feel you, buddy.